Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Metamystic Tarot. My name is Saint I, and I am the Metamystic. As always, we let the light in on this channel before every reading, asking for healing, clarity, and guidance for Taurus for this coming week. All right, Taurus, great to see you today. Let's get to the big cards first. We are going to look at what is going on here, what we need to look at in the overall bigger picture here, Taurus. And then I'm going to implement a new practice today. I made up my own deck here, and we're going to look at our word of the week. So first we'll get the big card, and then we'll get out our word of the week to help us see more into, what's going on here and how we can apply anything that could help us, any new practices, new mindsets, possibly new perspectives. And that is always what I ask for you all as I'm reading. So much love to you, Taurus, and let's see what we have for you today. Ace of Swords, wonderful. Clarity, truth, like understanding something from a very clear, precise perspective that it can't be unseen, it can't be unknown. That's how I'm hearing it come in right now, that no matter what anybody says to you, Taurus, you know the truth. With the Ace of Swords, you know what's true for you. That's what I'm hearing. And look at what's at the bottom of the deck, and I pre-shuffled. Clarity. This is literally an Ace of Swords card right at the bottom of the deck. You can't make this up. There's a lot of cards in here. I wrote these cards out over the weekend, and all these words were just coming to me, and I just wrote them into my phone because I'm like, okay, this is just like flowing through from my guides, just like showing me there's all sorts of stuff in here, like all sorts of word of the week. That's what this little segment's about. So let's get our word of the week, Taurus. So far we had double confirmation that you're in a new state of mind, Taurus. Or a new state of heart, maybe I should say, because even though the swords are about the mind, there's something here to me that feels very personal. I feel like, as I'm doing this reading, I feel like I'm coming into myself, who I am really. And I think that that's kind of what's reverberating in your consciousness right now, Taurus, is that you're feeling like, this is who I really am, and that's what's clear to me. That's my truth. That's how I understand the world to be. And it's not in a closed off sense. It's actually in a very open-minded space of like, I have thought through a lot of things, I'm hearing Taurus say, and I came out the other side. Have you? It's almost like I hear you saying that to somebody, Taurus. It's like somebody's trying to argue with you about who you are, and you're like, how many more times do I have to say this to you? And you finally get to a point where you're like, you know what? I'm the one who's went through the journey, Taurus is saying. I have my Ace of Swords. Do you have yours? Sometimes, Taurus, as we know, people can project. They try to, rain on your parade because they don't have their ducks in a row, right, Taurus? So don't just keep it moving. Just stay in your clarity, stay in your zone, because you are doing something extraordinary for yourself. You are seeing things in a new way, for real, and you're clear about that, and you feel good about that, Taurus, and that's how I'm seeing this. Awakening. See? You're having an awakening, Taurus. Awakening with the Ace of Swords. See, that's something deeper than just in the mind. It's like an awakening, it's a spiritual notion. You are having a clarity that is so deep. It's so, the ramifications are so profound for having this clarity within yourself. They're so profound that at the bottom of the deck, look what we have: public eye. It's possible that you're going to be speaking about this, Taurus, because I see somebody on stage with like a PowerPoint presentation behind them talking about how to go from one point to another on this very journey that you've gone on. And I am seeing public eye at the bottom of this deck here. So if that's any consolation, if that's any further clarification or confirmation that you are not only on the right track, Taurus, but you are on the fast track. This is like big. This is big, Taurus, and I'm here for it. So let's look a little further here. This is just like, this is giving me life, this reading. I feel clear. I feel like I know who I am as I'm sitting in this reading. Now, let me also, as I'm shuffling these to get clarification, I'm going to kind of look into this cup and just see if I see anything for you. I already saw the one vision about you standing on stage. Let me see if I see anything else here. I am seeing like a rainbow. I am seeing, and the rainbow always reminds me of the 10 of Cups. I'm seeing a rainbow in this cup right now, and it's very like holographic looking. It's very like, I was gonna say it's very Lisa Frank, you know. It's like I'm seeing, I think I'm seeing Lisa Frank as well, because it's something that is from a while back, because Lisa Frank was popular in the 90s. So this is something that you've been dreaming of with the rainbow here that I'm seeing in this cup. This sort of 10 of Cups energy is it's like it's shining off of the Ace of Swords for you, Taurus. So let's get a couple cards here, and we have them with the Chariot at the bottom of the deck here. Okay. Now, let's take a look. We have the 6 of Cups, Taurus, the 2 of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Let me look for a minute here. As I was saying about the whole like Lisa Frank thing, you know, back in the 90s, this 6 of Cups, it clarifies that further for me. This thing that's happening to you, this awakening, this clarity, this sword of Excalibur that you have here it's something that you're destined to do. I'll go as far as to say that, Taurus, because I'm seeing the 6 of Cups here. I'm seeing the rainbow in here. I'm seeing you speaking at some sort of conference, in a spiritual sense as well as like a mental sense, which makes sense with the Ace of Swords, the mental, but it's deeper than mental. It's like how psychologist Carl Jung, yes, he was a psychologist, but he was also very spiritual when he got involved with things like shadow work and dreams. It's like that, Taurus. I'm seeing that for you. It's a combination of the mind and the spirit coming together, and this is a lifelong dream of yours, and I'm seeing that with the 6 of Cups. I'm also seeing here with the 2 of Cups some sort of partnership, whether it be with yourself, with a team, or with a person. So be aware of partnerships coming in, you know, or be open to the idea of having partnerships, because, you know, we can't build everything on our own. Let's also talk about the fact that these are both in the cups. So this is emotional here. This is something that brings you deep emotion. The idea of this 6 of Cups, the idea of you maybe going back to those years when you used to have, you know, those Lisa Frank books, and you were a child and you were thinking about what you want to do in the world, you know. That's cups. That's emotion. That is, there's depth here. There's swords and there's water. And now we're coming into this, which is now we're into the Pentacles. So something is being offered here, and I'm just going to say it. There's something happening here with the Ace of Swords in a big way where you're seeing clarity about yourself. You're having an awakening with this word of the week with yourself. Okay, it always starts at home. Everything, Mother Teresa said, it all starts at home. You know, it's like you can want to go out and change the world, whatever that means, right, Taurus? But if we can't have it within ourselves, how the hell are we going to help anybody else, right, Taurus? So it's like this element of it's happening within you. It's not only mental, it's spiritual with the awakening, and it's emotional with the cups here. I'm not exactly sure what this partnership is in the middle here, but it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like this is a good decision. So whatever this is, whether it's just partnering up within your own self and you're like solid in your beliefs, you know, you're mixing two things together. You're like, okay, the spiritual aspect, the emotional and the mental aspect, I'm putting them together. Whether it's that or whether it's actually with some sort of group that is helping you bring this vision forward, or whether it's with a spiritual partner of some kind that could possibly be romantic as well. I'm not sure, you know, pick and choose like what resonates with you. But finally, what I'm seeing here, we also have the Chariot. Let's remember that. There is an element of like, this will all be victorious, period. But I do also want to say that this Page of Pentacles here, now we're coming into the money aspect, the stability aspect, because all of this here, this is all spiritual, emotional. This is having to do with who you are. But what I'm seeing here, Taurus, is there's a pentacle being offered here. So this could become lucrative. Whatever you're doing here, whatever you're doing for yourself, I'm seeing you maybe create some sort of curriculum, some sort of book, you sharing this process that you've gone through, this process of awakening to yourself could be very helpful and beneficial to others. People could possibly want to pay for that, Taurus, with the Page of Pentacles here. So this is just the beginning of a larger thing, I believe, that's coming down the line, Taurus. So with that said, we're going to continue this whole thing over on Patreon. I feel like there's a lot more to be said here about this Page of Pentacles, and I want to look more into this Page of Pentacles on the extended. So if you're interested on going kind of a level deeper with us here at Metamystic Tarot, you can hit us up over on Patreon, link at the top of the description so that you can join our little community over there on Patreon. It's $11 a month, trying to make it accessible to all. Thank you for all who are here, and I will see you next week, Taurus. And I'm just if it's any consolation, let me just say this one more thing. Whatever's happening here, even if it doesn't go beyond yourself, even if this is just for you, this is worth it. You're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. But with the astrology going on right now, it's looking good financially down the line as well. So just let that be that. All right, Taurus, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.